All right, so it's harvest day here at the old mill, my new farm project. And although it's a small market garden, it's still pretty busy on market day. We have a lot of crops that we want to get in for tomorrow's farmer's market here, that we have our kiosk, and we're growing for the chef, Eric. And it's a hot day, so we've started early this morning, and boy, it's hot, I'll tell you. Yesterday, we just learned that it was the hottest, warmest day on planet Earth ever recorded. And somehow we feel it. So the crew came in really early. I have the crew from La Grelinette, comes one day a week on Thursday. That really helps me. And we do the harvest together, so we do it quickly. They came in, and the way we operate is that we split the teams in 3 so that, you know, we're not always changing what we're doing. So we're doing like an hour of one work, an hour and a half, and then we'll move on. We want to get all the leafy greens out first so that they won't get the field heat. That's really important. So we're getting all the mesclun, all the salads, everything that's going to be sold with the tops. We want to get it out of the field heat, bring it to the washing pack area. So that's going to be washed later on. It's really important for me to give clear indications of what I want, how I want it to be done, and also to circle back to come and check what's everyone doing. Because sometimes you leave people and they go, and then there's too many carrots in the bunch. That's a classic. So it's really important. If I say 8 to 10 carrots, I come and I check the bunches, there's 8 to 10 carrots, and we correct if they're on a wrong course. So now we're doing the carrots. I'm going to show you a little bit of how we do that. So this is one example of working, how it's different here, because I'm working with the restaurant, with the inn at the old mill. We want to grade the vegetables straight out of the garden. And so, when Eric is cooking with our carrots, he doesn't want to have carrots that are too big, because otherwise they kind of take over the plate. And he wants to have them with, just a little bit of the top. That's really sweet. So this is the biggest carrot that he wants. And so, and anything smaller that looks good, he'll take also. He's excited about them. So we're going to grade them out in the field. So, we're pulling them out, and then we're putting all the big ones together. Some of them we've bunched for the market, others that we'll just keep for storage carrots. We'll make soups with them. We'll just we'll transform them. And the nice smaller size carrots, these are the ones that we're harvesting for the chef. So the harvest day here is much different than what it is at La Grelinette or at FQT. Like at La Grelinette, my home farm, we harvest about 4,000, 5,000 worth of produce on a big harvest day. At FQT, it's 20. So 20 is a lot of produce. It's like 400 bunches of carrots, 400 lettuce, 400 bunches of beets, 400 bunches of radishes. And I've done that for 7 years. And so I know how to efficiently operate a crew, and I know how to harvest efficiently. But here it's like totally different. It's probably like $1,000, $1,000 to $2,000 of produce that we do in a day. And the quality, however, is really, really important. At my 2 other farm projects, quality is also important, but here it's like we really want to have it, we want the perfect. And so efficiency is important, but having like really, really clear, concise instructions about what we're doing is really important. And then you see here, we have a lot of sugar snap. And then Marie, she's great. She's a great picker. If you look at what she's doing, she's working with both of her hands. She's really eyeballing everything. She's super focused, and she's doing it fast. I like these baskets. We got this one from Johnny's. It's a really nice add-on because again, it allows you to work with both of your hands, which is really critical to do this efficiently. And picking beans and peas, if you're not doing it efficiently, it's not a crop that's really worth it because otherwise it's too long. And that's why we have bumper crops for a couple of weeks and then we move on to another successions. Because, you know, if there's not enough peas in there, it's too long of a harvest and, you know, it's not economical. Now they're picking the beets. Beets are doing well. We'll have to grade for size and we'll have to grade with the quality of the leaves. We'll sell for the bunches, those that have high quality leaves. Those that are not so great, you know, we'll cut them out and these will be for storage and we'll keep them for many, many months. We'll just add them to the pile until, you know, they use them at the restaurant for soups. What's the soup, the famous beet soup? Borscht? Borscht. Borscht.
Borscht.
Borscht. I'm butchering it. We're picking also a lot of the huckari. This is the last week for huckari. We're harvesting what we have for some of the bunch, and then we're taking the rest for storage. Again, we're making some amazing products with the huckari turnips. You know, the soup that we have, the potage, it's like a creamy soup of huckari turnip. It's worth the trip to the old mill. All right, so now we're in the washing area. All the veggies are in. I'm going to show you around. Before we do so, just so you know, we're giving a workshop. The Institute is giving a free workshop on harvesting, all the techniques and strategies. You can check that out. It's free, it's online, it's definitely worth it. Otherwise, this is the washing pack area here. This is our famous bubbler. A lot of growers use bubblers. They're a great way to just activate the water, making sure that all the soil particles, you know, get cleansed out. We use it mostly for greens, but we also use it for some of the root crops. That's like a first step, then we'll gun them down. So you have the bubbler here. It's a pretty simple wash pack line. It's an L line, so we have the bubbler, we have the washing area with the gun, and then we have the waiting zone. So everything's going to be weighted, packed, and then it goes into the cold room. The cold room is there. We have two cold rooms. We have one for the veggies and we have one for the kitchen. So the kitchen is where, I'll show you. The kitchen is where Eric the chef stores everything. So that's Eric the chef right now. And then we have all his meats and everything for the kitchen. And then in the next one, we have our veggies. So we have the veggies here. So now obviously it's going to be filled because it's the harvest day. Now it's pretty much empty. Cold rooms, bigger is better always. That's so true. You always have big volumes of air. So when you open the door, you know, you lose less heat to that. And then you saw this before. This is how it connects to the greenhouse. But we also have a door because when we do the harvest, we want to have this area really cool. So we close the door so we don't have the heat from the greenhouse coming in. So the waiting station is here. So everything is like super functional. It's an L area and it's U-shaped also. We can circle around it. So the veggies coming in from the field, being washed, being weighed, stored, and then going in the cold room. And that's that. And if you want to see how we do it at FQT Farm, where we're pumping like a huge amount of veggies every week, you can check out this video. We'll show you that. Otherwise, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope things are growing where you are. I'm growing. This is great. I'll see you next time.